Welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast, your number one source for all things entertainment. Join host Marco Mazzola and his fellow ranters as they sound off on the latest movies, TV, and the world of entertainment. Now, here are your ranters for the hour, Marco, Mila, Larry, and Bruno.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Entertainment Rants Podcast. I am, as always, your host, Marco Mazzola, and we are, as always, brought to you by the Subculture Podcast Network. You can find us and all the other podcasts on our network at bio.link/Subculture Pod Network. All right, gang, let's go around the room and say hello to our ranters. Hello, Larry.
Hey.
Okay, gang, so tonight we meaning the two of us, it's the royal we. Here we are. Yeah, it's a late night podcast.
Last minute.
It is last minute. The schedule's been ridiculous, as you can see. There's been some weeks where we haven't had a show on. We apologize for that. I'm going to try to get more regular. I can't guarantee it right now. Like I said, it's been nuts. You're going away.
Yeah, I am. I'm going away.
What are you doing? I completely forgot. You were just telling Frank.
Yeah, so every year for the last couple of years, I've done the Disney run.
That's right.
Yeah, so Disney has 4 runs a year, and it's run weekends.
Tell the people, Larry.
Yeah, tell the people. So Disney has 4 runs a year, 4 run weekends, and the one that I've done
Can I get an amen?
Amen. The one that I did the last 2 years is the Springtime Surprise. And it's 3 races.
Surprise!
It's a 5K, a 10K, and a 10 mile. So for those of you that don't know kilometers, it's a 3.1, 6.2, and a 10 mile.
So thank Jimmy Carter for that.
Yeah, there you go.
That is why he's a one-term president.
No kidding. So the last 2 years, I only did the 10 mile. This weekend, the wife and I, we are doing all 3 runs. So it's pretty good. You run through the parks. It starts actually in the parking lot of Epcot. You run around Epcot, run through Hollywood Studios, hit the highway a little bit for a couple miles, and then come back into Epcot. It's a really cool experience. So.
Yeah, it must be.
It's characters and it's fun. It's a fun run.
Yeah,
it really truly is, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning because nobody wants to run through the
crowds.
Florida heat and the crowds. Too. Yeah,
the crowd. Get out of my way, damn tourists. Yeah,
damn it, I'm running here.
You and your damn churro out of the way.
Right?
Just stealing churros on the run. Give me that.
Give me that,
you little bastard.
Right
She's
back
4. I don't care.
Shouldn't have been in my way.
Should have been faster. No, it's awesome. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
So, all right, gang. So tonight we are talking about The Marvels.
The Marvels.
By Marvel and Disney. To tie it back in, doing the Disney run. Marvel and Disney. 2023, PG-13, an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Give it a little tail of the tape here, starring Brie Larson. My eyes are going bad. Holy jumping shit, am I getting old? Fiona Paris, Iman Vellani, Samuel Jackson, of course, and a host of others. All right, but those are your main.
Yep, those are your mains.
4, right, in the cast. I saw it not in theaters.
No, did I.
I waited till it came out in streaming.
Facts.
And caught it there. Not for any other reason. It wasn't because of the reviews and stuff like that. I know because it had mostly not. I don't want to say negative, but it wasn't fantastic reviews overall. It didn't do fantastic in the theater in terms of money wise. It's still. I don't think it's Marvel's worst, but it's definitely not.
I mean, is it
no Madam Web? But that's a Sony picture. But still, it wasn't a home run for them.
Right.
which is disappointing, and we'll get into that. But that wasn't the reason. It was just time. It was just time, as it can be a lot of times. having to juggle work and family and everything else. It's you got to pick your sort of battles as to when you can get out to the theater and in the middle of the day or evening even. And go see a movie or weekends, things like that. So I waited till it came on streaming. I saw it, and I gotta say it honestly. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I saw it. I would watch it again. Like I like Marvel movies, and I'll put it right out there. I know I'm kind of jumping to the end here. Yeah, am I watching it all the time? Is it going to my rotation? No. Will I watch it again to kind of catch some shit I missed the first run? Yeah, I bet there's some couple things in there that I missed. You know what I mean? You just kind of watch things and you take things for granted, and sometimes things slip by you, whether they're saying something or doing something. You miss something in the background that could be fun, interesting for something coming up. yeah, that'd be fine if I wasn't doing anything. Or if somebody said, hey, I haven't seen the Marvels, can we watch it? Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely watch it again. What about you?
It's kind of the same, honestly. Like, I didn't mind it. So I'm glad that you brought this up, that we jumped right into that aspect of it. I'm kind of confused, right? The money's not there.
Yep.
And we'll get into that at the end when we do it, right? So the money's not there. Everything we heard, it was the movie sucks, the movie sucks, the movie sucks. If you go into Rotten Tomatoes,
Yep.
audience score is an 82.
That's not bad.
That's not
really
bad.
Good. That's actually really good.
The tomato meter.
Fuck the critics. I don't really care.
So right. But this is what throws me off, and this is I try to have this conversation before about the Rotten Tomatoes. Is people go, if we're gonna judge a movie on the Rotten Tomatoes, right? It's 82% audience. Tomato was the tomato meter is 62. Those aren't bad numbers.
Which isn't in itself bad.
But
it's not rotten. It still gets a tomato, not a splat.
But yet, all I hear is about how shit the movie did, and the money wasn't there. So I don't know.
This is a conundrum. This movie is a conundrum. Absolutely.
So then it makes me go, okay, well, if that's the case, if it's not making money and the shit reviews, obviously the people that are rating are the people that like it. So what's the demographic? Like, what are only 5 people voted on this fucking thing?
Right.
And 4 of them said that they liked it, and the one person said no.
Yeah.
And that's what gave them an 80.
82,
like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't understand. So when people say, oh,
I mean, IMDb has a 5.5 out of 10.
Right. So I mean,
You know
to
what I
me,
mean?
that seems
So
a little bit more realistic because
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't get a lot of people that said, oh, I really liked it.
Yeah.
Some people, I either got it was shits, or
which I don't think it was,
or I got more of a it wasn't, man,
it wasn't the worst thing. It really wasn't.
So if you take this or Thor 4,
some people who were just
was
like,
it Thor 4, Thor 3, Thor 4, Thor 4. Yeah, right. Loving God, loving war, loving
Love and Thunder,
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Thor 3. It was 3, right?
3 was that 3?
Right? No, it was 4. Ragnarok was 3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
Ragnarok was 3. Yeah.
Which one you like more?
Ooh, good question. I gotta say, I liked this one more because Ragnarok, Love and Thunder was too fucking goofy for me. This was kind of goofy, but I like this one more. But I had my issues with it, which we'll get into. But for the context of what the character is, I thought Love and Thunder went too far. And I've been reading online, there's a lot of Taika Waititi backlash.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's been a ton. I was reading an article. I'm not going to go into it now, but I'll send it to you. There's been a ton of Waititi backlash on different things. He's kind of like he's imploding in 11. Just his statements and times when he talks about like, I'm doing this, I don't give a shit what the audience thinks. And like that, like, dude, what are you thinking? Like, your whole career is based on what audience thinks of you.
Yeah.
You're an actor, you're a director, like your bank account matters on what people think of you.
Yeah, it's not like you do one and not the other.
Like what you produce, like that's all that matters. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're not doing necessarily artsy fartsy films for yourself. You're producing a lot of big budget films now.
Yeah.
You want to keep doing that and keep making your money, you better care what the audience thinks of your shit. And if it stinks, you better care. Sorry. That's the business you went into.
I feel though that's just the way like that these comic book movies are going though, because you have people that are directed and produced that I've never read a comic that don't know shit about the character. They just
he seemed to be a fan at first.
But that's the thing that blows my mind. I'm like, I don't understand.
If you look at Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was awesome.
Yeah, he seemed to be a fan.
Well. Yeah, so I don't know.
Little like I call it the Ace Ventura effect, right? The second one was like, first one was like, oh, this is gold and he's fucking funny. Second one was like, all right, let's just do an hour and a half of him talking out of his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was a great skit within an hour and a half movie, but you can't do that for an hour and a half. And they did that. Now, don't get me wrong, I liked the second one.
Yeah, but it was too much. It
was too much. It's too much. It's probably why they didn't do a third one. It's just like,
if I'm watching Ace Ventura 2, I could probably walk away like in the middle of the movie, like I'm gonna go like.
It's got some funny parts. I still like the funny parts.
But that's definitely a movie that like if I'm watching it, I'm not gonna hit pause to go grab a drink. I'm gonna let that play on while I go grab a drink. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, 100%. And it was the same thing when you get to Love and Thunder. It's just too much of it.
So for me, I like Love and Thunder slight more for one reason and one reason only. Christian Bale was fucking phenomenal.
You liked him?
I liked him a lot.
I don't like Christian Bale, so that made it hard.
I know. Listen,
he's right up there with Cruise for me, so it's tough.
And
it's not just his Batman. It isn't just because of his Batman. Because his Batman had also had to do with Christopher Nolan, so I'm not going to blame Bale 100%.
Look, Christian Bale, he did what? American Psycho, and that was good. We know him as Newsies. I never watched it because I wasn't into like the little kid stuff.
Yeah.
That was too early that was too young for me. But he did another movie called Swing Kids, which I absolutely fucking loved.
Yeah.
That's an old one, which I wouldn't mind revisiting. But he was in that, and he did good in that. But I thought he was fucking fun. But I'm not a fan of his. But I saw that and I was like, that's what saved me was his character, because if I don't have that, I mean, great, and we podcasted about that.
We did. I found him to be very whiny and not unrealistic, but like just his motives and the stupidity.
We went around the fucking circle with that one. Yeah. We went around the circle a lot.
I wasn't crazy about that.
But I liked how I just like that evilness of him. I was like, oh fuck, all right, that's pretty cool. Like it was not bad. Yeah. So I give that one. That's why I give that one just a slight edge. Like the villain in this one, I didn't like. I don't.
No, I thought it was kind of useless.
Well, I did a little background before I even read this, because again, and this is like, I feel like it's this whole fucking phase. It's all the B characters that they're trying to push out. And I'm like, I can't wait for this phase to be done. Because these are all B characters. I'm sorry, Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. Carol Danvers was the third one. Mm-hmm. All right? Between her and Marvel, there was another one.
Yeah. We got all the way there. We jumped all the way to the third one.
So you jumped to the third one. The villain in this, originally, they did the gender swap for this one. And I'm like, to do a gender swap just to do a gender swap, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
You know, like if it holds some sort of something, I don't know. So I feel that, like, this whole phase is all about the B characters.
Speaking of the gender swap, it's off topic, but did you see the news who they cast for Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four? It's a female. Now, I know. In the comics, at one point, there was a female. You have to look it up. There was a female Silver Surfer.
Okay.
Very briefly. So
like out of the 80 years of comics?
Yeah, there's like, well, however long he came in, like the 70s or whatever. But it's like, come the fuck on.
Why?
Like, that's a little too woke for me. Like, you got whatever 50, 60 years of this of Norrin Rad, and now there was this one-off issue where this girl was a Silver Surfer, and that's the one you're gonna fucking go with when you're introducing the Fantastic Four to your Marvel universe, which is supposed to blow away all the other fucking iterations that have come before it.
Well, that's not gonna be that hard.
Have you seen the ad work and stuff like that for the Fantastic Four movie?
I haven't seen anything about it yet.
It's kind of cool. Like, it's set like in the 50s, where it's almost got like that Mad Men vibe to the ads and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, they're the original family, so if they go with that line,
which is kind of what they're doing.
All right.
And it was fucking cool. So like, I'm like, so why would you do that? You know what I mean?
Well, I feel that
a billion fucking people like a playing awesome
I don't know
Rad.
who's doing the Fantastic Four, but.
And Pedro Pascal's playing Mr. Fantastic, which, hey, I like him. I like him as an actor, and I think, you know what? I want to give him a shot. I'm not going to prejudge that. I'm not going to prejudge him. I've liked him in a lot of things. I've liked him in a lot of things, not just Mandalorian. So I'm going to give him a good shot, and I want to see some footage. I want to see some trailers, something to see what he's like before I make a judgment on that.
No,
I think he's a good actor.
I'm gonna hold my tongue on that one. I don't know. I think that there could be other people other than. I mean, and we've gotten to so many different people.
It's almost that like Michael Keaton Batman effect. Like, first you're like, Mr. Mom, but then you turned out to be one of the best Batman fucking ever. Now, I'm not saying Pedro Pascal's gonna be the best fucking man, Mr. Fantastic, but you don't know. You don't know. You could be really great at the role. Until we see it, we don't know. Yeah. There's some people who just look at it like, no fucking way.
So what I was saying though is with the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. I don't know who the director or the producer is, but I feel like they're going on the stage with a lot of these new movies. It's people and shows that are people that are putting them together that I've never read a comic, and they're all and it's all Kathleen Kennedy. It's all Kathleen Kennedy putting these people in positions, and I can't wait for her to get the fuck out. Because that's right. I'm like, why am I going here? Because of the Acolyte. The person they had no fucking clue about Star Wars. I'm like, how can you do this?
Yeah.
Because that's what it was. I'm sorry. That's what it was. And this is completely off fucking Marvels. It's now Star Wars. But they were talking about how the Acolyte was...
I just restarted.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, I didn't start. Hold on.
Welcome
to... There we go. Not Star Wars episode. I guess like the Acolyte I was always believed that was supposed to be like a Sith acolyte.
Yeah.
Well, then now they're leading like, well, we don't know if it's a Sith or a Jedi. Well, Jedis don't have fucking acolytes, so there's that, right?
Yeah.
And then, but it's being written or directed or produced, whatever, by people that don't know shit from Shine Nolan when it comes to it. I'm like, so how are you going to put these people in a position where they didn't read the comic? And it's even said, like, if you go back to old Marvel movies, they're like, oh yeah, I've never read a Spider-Man or whatever. I'm like, then how did you do that movie? From what people told you? From internet sleuthing? Yeah. Fuck, I could do that.
Yeah.
And come up with something better.
I know. You gotta look at the writer who wrote it, right?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Where did you write this from? What source material did you write this from? Or are you just making it because you've heard of Spider-Man at one point?
Yeah.
You know? You watch the 70s TV show with John Hammond. You're like, that'll do it. I'll go with that.
Let's put that together.
Yeah, that really bothers me. When you're dealing with source material that's been around since forever. I mean, Superman in the 30s. You know what I mean?
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It's all there for you.
It's all
the
there.
script is literally written for you.
It's all there. It's all there. And okay, make a new story, but you got to stick to the character that we know because they've been around and people want to see this that they've been wanting to see. You have the technology now to do the characters correctly, so it doesn't look like the Roger Corman Fantastic Four bullshit with the weird arms. You can tell he was holding onto poles to make the arms stretchy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even the other Fantastic Four stuff. You know what I mean? When Chris Evans was Johnny Storm. You know what I mean? Like the new technology is much better than that stuff. You know, like. You can do it now, but so try not to fuck it up. And you came out of the gates with fucking Iron Man. And it's been like, there have been some highs, and then after Infinity War, some nice steep decline since then. Why?
I have no fucking clue.
You shot your wad on Infinity War, and that was it. That was Endgame, and that was it.
Well, I think that was, so I just had this conversation with somebody at work the other day, and they were like, yeah, I haven't watched, because I was talking to them, I was like, oh, I'm going to be going in tonight to do the podcast. They're like, oh, what are you guys doing? I said, oh, we're doing the Marvels. I go, yeah, I didn't watch it. I says, oh, really? Is that any reason? They're like, no, I just kind of fell off the Marvel train. I go, why? They go, Endgame. I went, since? They goes, yeah, no, they try to get me in with Ant-Man, but I don't really give a shit about Ant-Man. I'm like, yep. And I was like, Black Widow? They're like, yeah.
Well, you had how many years of her? Like, that's just a filler story that should have been done well beforehand.
Right.
Because it was set beforehand, so who cares?
But nobody like that. They get a lot, and
no, because
I feel that.
Not that I don't care about the character, but I don't care now. That story was set before the events we've already seen, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I really don't care. We saw that she died. Well, so wait a minute. That's like doing Better Call Saul. We know what happens, but we saw that, and it kind of brings you up to the other one, but. This whole phase, I just feel that nobody really cared because they were just using on just all B characters.
Yeah.
Like there is no, and I think a lot of that has to do with the rights. Like they didn't have Fantastic. Everybody knows Fantastic Four. Everybody knows X-Men. Everybody knows the Avengers.
Yeah.
Those are the big three. Everybody else kind of me. Mm-hmm. So Netflix, when they had those guys over there, the Defenders. Some people knew them. A lot of people know Punisher. A lot of people know Daredevil. So you ride those two.
Right.
Those are the two out of the Defenders, right?
Yep.
So it's like, all right, I'll watch the Luke Cage. I'll watch those other shows. That's fine. They kind of carried it. They weren't bad. I think just Netflix did it really well. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why that carried. With this whole phase of Disney and the MCU, it was who gives a shit about Ant-Man? Nobody. Fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Okay? Nobody cares about, I'm sorry, Black Widow. Nobody cares about Captain Marvel.
But we know for a long time they were just pushing out content before they finally decided to slow the train down. Now supposedly they're slowing the train down. So I think it's going to take them some time. So they slowed the train down in terms of releases. So now it's going to take them time to get things out of their system that they already had and get back to quality. You can't just turn around quality because if you do that, then it's just, again, it's you shoot it out right now, then it's too fast. You can't have speed and quality at the same time.
Right. We definitely know that.
We're going to take time to get back to quality.
I wonder if they had all those in the cans and they were ready for them, and then when the first couple shit the bed, they were like, fuck. We got to crank these out, man. We got to get rid of these so we can start the next one. So
they have so much invested in it, unless they're going to go, unless they're going to go Warner Brothers,
right?
But that's can everything, right. take the tax write off.
So, but that's what I'm wondering though. Why we got so many fast things?
But then, if they do that, it fucks up their story because they have more of an ongoing, continuous story than DC does.
Yeah.
So if you just shit can, let's say the Marvels, you know what I mean, or the Ant-Man Quantumania, because it's gonna suck. Like you can't do that. It's in the can and it's part of your ongoing story. And if you take it out, there's a hole. How do you now write the filler that you need to connect the stories together?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you got to come up with something all together new, which they're gonna have to now anyway, because they have to figure out how to change Kang, which it'll be an instant. I mean, it's the multiverse, so it's super easy to change what Kang looks like.
Yeah.
In 2 seconds, it's not gonna matter. It's weird for us, but it's not. At the end of the day, it's not really gonna matter. If they get somebody good to do it, it's not gonna matter. Anyway, back to Marvel.
So back to Marvels, yeah. As we go off tangents and shit.
What did you? So one thing I found annoying about the movie was the premise of when they're using their powers, they keep switching in and out.
Yeah.
It was really fucking obnoxious. Like, I get the premise and I get why it was necessary for the plot.
Yeah.
But like that constant popping. And they're popping back and forth, and now she's over here, and she's in space, and she's in her fucking parents' house. Like, oh my god, it got really. It was like watching. I was getting nauseous almost. Like, this is like
getting motion
bad.
sickness.
I was getting motion sickness from it. It was really bad.
I could see that. They did do that at the beginning a little too much.
Oh my god,
it's like just to show. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what happens.
Yeah.
I think that they were trying for a comic relief there. Because you just hate it,
and I
just
get
have
that because
spots.
that character, not necessarily Captain Marvel, but like Miss Marvel is more she's the comic release of the group, not Proton and not Captain Marvel, but Miss Marvel. Yes.
Miss Marvel, yeah. Which I have to say,
and I like her, but
I like her a lot.
I do. I really like her. I liked her show. I like her. I like the actress who plays her.
Yep.
I think she plays her very well.
The family is hilarious.
The family is hysterical, but like it was almost like in that movie context, I think I would have liked it to be toned down a little bit. Not removed completely. I think you need some comic relief in it. I just think it was a little overdone and made it a little cornier than it needed to be. I wanted a little more serious.
I could see that.
The stakes of what was going on.
That's what I kind of felt like the overall feel of the movie was like that, though. Yeah. It wasn't, I never took it as a serious
No, it didn't seem like it was supposed to
all.
be, but like the stakes of what was happening kind of seemed like it needed to be.
Should have been a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, it was more of a cosmic threat that needed to be taken a little bit more seriously than a goof movie.
And I mean, everybody was part of the goof movie. Like, I mean,
they were all in on it.
Nick Fury.
Yeah, they were all in on it.
I don't know.
So I thought that was a little frustrating for me. So that again, that's one of the reasons it wouldn't make a rotation for me.
Yeah, I mean, I went into this with the lowest bar possible anyway. And I'm not gonna lie, like when I first saw the time, it was like an hour and 46 minutes. I wrote this on my notes. It says, just seeing how long this movie is, lack of time, tells me how good the movie actually isn't. Or is it just keeping up with all the current Disney Plus stuff that's also short and, well, sucks? Because again, these movies are all 2.5 hours now.
Yeah, I'm okay with this one being an hour 45. Which
after
again,
watching it, I'm like,
I've talked about this before. That brings me back to like a normal. To me, a movie is an hour and 45 minutes. Like that's my standard movie time. Once you get to 2 hours or 2.5, that's a long movie for me. Like, all right, this movie's too fucking long.
Yeah, but you should be trained for that by now.
I am, and it's annoying. I hate it.
No.
I hate it. I mean, like, we watched Running Scared. Like that was an hour and 40 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
that was quick.
It was a quick, but it was a quick watch.
In and out.
It was in and out. But it was an hour and like 40-something minutes. Like that was it. Like in the 80s and even the 90s, that was generally your movie time. Yeah. Now things more often, like you said, it's 2.5.
Oh, there's a bigger story. The third act is
since like
super
the Lord
long.
of the Rings, so everything started it became normalized that movies can be longer.
Yeah.
On average, you know what I mean?
Which
like it's
I think
okay.
I still haven't seen all three of them.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's the 90s. Welcome back to the 90s.
All right.
Shit. Yeah.
I keep falling asleep in Two Towers, Two Kings, Two something.
Mean, yeah. I mean, I can't blame you. The first book puts me to sleep every time I try to crack it open and read it. It's like, I know we're way off tangent. I don't give a fuck. Those books are amazing. It's an amazing tour de force of writing.
Right.
The problem is it's like 45 pages on a fucking tree. Like, dude, move on. Fucking stop describing every goddamn leaf and crack in this fucking tree.
Oh, like that,
oh my god, he's over describes everything. Like it's you don't even like kind of like books you like to imagine shit in your brain. He doesn't let you. It's fucking everything spelled out for you. You don't have the ability to imagine anything. Whoop, time of medication. So, that's what I find difficult to get through those books. And not just the languages and stuff like that. Like, you have to be a Rhodes Scholar to understand half the shit and the languages. There's so many different languages in it. You got to understand how to possibly pronounce any of it.
Like, how did you spell that? How does that make that sound?
He was a master linguist. Like, he created languages.
That's wild.
Yeah. So it's like I said, it's completely impressive. It's really hard to get through those books.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm just gonna have to do the audiobook version. Spend 17 hours a book.
Right.
Because I think that's what they are. They're really long. So anyway, what did you think of the after credit scene? Did you see it?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
So which after credit scene?
Beast.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's tickling me a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, and I can't wait for the X-Men. The X-Men are my favorite characters. It's my favorite group of characters. That's literally what really got me completely engulfed. Jim Lee's X-Men is what literally had me full on. After that, I was like, holy fuck, I love this.
Yeah.
I need to get more into this.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see the X-Men.
Yes.
I'm excited to see mutants. I'm excited because I've always liked the mutant side of the comics. Spider-Man was always cool. Hulk was all right. I mean, we watched Hulk growing up on the TV series, right? So, so I knew who Hulk was. Spider-Man, same thing. These Avengers I didn't get into the Avengers literally till after. I never liked Thor because for me it was the Superman. Yeah, it's dude, you're a fucking god.
Yeah,
I don't want anything to do with you. I don't. You're a god. I don't want anything to do with you. Give me I like the mutants because they just are. Because they got tied with all the other superheroes, and I get Stan Lee and Kirby and all them. It was if you become something, you have to be bitten by something. You have to get radioactive stuff. Some sort of accident had to happen in order for you to be
right.
When the X-Men came out, they were just like, fuck it, we ran out of ideas.
Yeah.
Why don't we just say they are?
Yes.
Boom! A fucking generation after that loved them. So watching Beast, I love the look of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta tell you, it scares the shit out of me. I thought that was the best representation. It's still Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
CGI. He's there, but it's a lot of CGI.
But it's really, really good. It's really good.
The best, most accurate representation of Beast in terms of his facial structure, the hair design.
Yeah.
Here's what scares me. We've seen shit like this happen before. And then they get to the actual movie and they change it. That was good.
I hope they don't change it.
Oh, we fucking pissed. Remember the original Thanos? We see when he turns his head and he smiles, and then you get the actual Josh Brolin. It looks nothing like that fucking Thanos. It's like, fuck, that other one looked better.
Yeah.
And that's not what we got.
It's not what we got.
Oh, it pisses me off when they do that. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. Hopefully they've learned and they stick to that method. They stick to that version. Yeah. Because that would be fucking unbelievable. He's too tall, but I loved it.
Yeah. He is a little tall, right? Because, he's standing upright.
He's standing upright. Beast almost never stands completely erect.
When he walks, he's slunched over. Yeah. He doesn't walk like a fucking normal person.
No, he walks more like a gorilla.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I don't know. Again, I liked...
That's okay. The look was really there. Fucking stellar.
It was really, really good. I'm not upset with the Young Avengers either.
No.
I want to see that happen. We've been asking. Yeah. We knew that was happening.
Yeah, we knew they were going towards that, and that's okay.
I'm glad that they put them two together. Yes. I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
I could get behind that.
Yes.
And again, that's the funny come off. So I think that I'm actually looking forward to that because we know that they're the kids, right? So it's going to be a lighthearted adventure, which I'm so okay with, and I like it.
That's the premise, yeah. Again, it works. It's a bunch of kids.
It's a bunch of kids,
and young adults, kids, whatever.
Right, and you're gonna bring that, I think, with it along, right? So you have the parents like us that the older people that watch the older stuff because we know those characters, and then we're gonna bring the young ones to go watch Young Avengers, and that's a next generation.
Yep. Well, they have to, right?
Well, they have to, right? Because Lord knows, I mean, I don't want to be 85 walking into the X-Men movie. I mean, I will. But,
it will be. Yeah.
But if you keep fucking doing shit for us, fuck.
We're
all gonna die.
It's all gonna do it. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think the Young Avengers is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to X-Men. I'm definitely looking forward to Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
I know that looks amazing the more I see about it. Like I said, I like the both after credit scenes. I thought that worked really well. I hope they keep going with it. You know, I gotta say, I mean, I know we talked about it. I enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't. It was.
I'm not like the biggest Brie Larson fan, but I thought she did really well.
Yeah,
I thought she did okay in this role. You know, I have people like hate on her so much.
But why? That's what I don't know why. Like, what happened?
No, like there's something about her that I think rubs people the wrong way.
That's what I don't understand. Like everybody talks shit about. I'm like, I don't get.
I don't
like,
know.
I don't know.
I know she's had like there's been some like issues on set, or she sometimes has issues with the co-stars, and she's not like. She doesn't like warm up to everybody or something like that. Yeah, there's something going on there.
She's just not a nice person. Is that what it is?
I don't know. She's just not a nice person. I mean, she seems to be, but like maybe she's just like more reserved or keeps to herself more. You know what I mean, type of thing or whatever. Like, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But
I don't know. I always say shit about her, and I never have.
But like, I mean, you know, like I said, she's no Christian Bale, so I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I think she does good work, and I liked her in other things, not just.
I've only seen her in Marvel.
Yeah, she's had some other stuff,
yeah,
but
see, I don't know.
Yeah, I like her. I think she's good. I think she's a good actress, and you know, she's not fantastic, but she's good, and she does the role well, and I think she plays that sort of stoic, like no nonsense, right? She was a fighter pilot. I think she does it well, you know, and I hope she does more. Like, you know, she's not quite sure. There's always that, like, I don't know if my time is done.
Right.
You know, and I hope it's not, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff coming down the pike when it comes to this stuff. Even Robert Downey Jr. is like, if they want me back for Civil War, not Civil War, sorry. Secret Wars, then they can't say no. If Feige calls me out for Secret Wars, I don't know if I'd say no.
Why would you?
I mean, he's going to take a 10 years plus break. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, and at that point, that's going to be a huge fucking budget.
Listen, you can be the old Tony Stark.
And that might be the day he retires. That might be the movie he gets to retire
He's like, you know what? I'm going to get this bag. I'm done.
I get my big bag of cash. I'm out.
That's it. I'm done.
I don't need any more.
See you later.
Yeah. Go out on a high note, you know. He doesn't have to wear the suit. It's just a gray suit with all the, you know, ping pongs all over it.
Yeah.
Don't have to put on the big armor anymore.
No.
You know.
I will say though, I actually kind of liked the fight choreography.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty fucking good, man. Like right at the beginning, like right out the gate when they still even trying to figure out how, like, they kept popping in and out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. Like when they were in Kamala's house and all the bad guys were there, everybody's fighting. I liked it. It looked good. It looked believable almost, you know? Like, there was definitely some certain parts, though. I think it was more like in the middle of the fight that Brie Larson, when she was fighting, I'm like, ooh, that looks bad. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the choreography at the beginning when they first started flipping in and out, that looked really good, opposed to when they were actually fighting. And I'm like, there's certain parts on it. It looked too stiff with her, at least. Yeah. You know, and here, like, the woman that played Kamala Khan's mother, like, she looked like she knew what she was doing more than, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that looked a little bit more natural.
Mess with mom fighting.
I mean, yeah,
listen. I'm going to take a frying pan to you if I got
She cracked him over the head with a vase and shit.
Yeah, that's what it was, a vase.
Yeah, so I will say this, though, and I had this, like, the Kamala Khan and her family parts reminded me of how much fun I had watching her show. And we did talk about, like, those parts were good. It was comic relief. I thought she was hilarious. Complete fangirling with, Captain Marvel and, that whole dynamic between the two of them. I thought that was really funny. I saw how, what's her name, Proton or fucking Photon or one of the other.
Head Photon,
1,000 names that they were trying to give her.
I know. She kept.
Well, it's funny because all those names that they went down, half of those.
Basically Monica Rambeau.
Well, it's Monica Rambeau's, like, a different comics, she had those names. So they were running
through them just
that was a little Easter
nod,
egg. Yeah. And it was like there's like the first thing that they did was the wizard guy from Wizard of Oz at the beginning before she goes to when she's still in Kansas. Yeah. The traveling fucking wizard guy there. I forgot, like Mr. Wonderful, Miss Wonderful, whatever it was. Like they try to give her that name, and he's like, no, that's not it. So like all the names that she goes through are all like MCU connections, and half of them are actually names that Monica Rambeau goes by in the comics. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But yeah, but I really liked Kamala Khan in this. Fight choreo was good. One thing I could absolutely fucking do without, and I was actually kind of mad, was the whole singing and dancing part.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What the fuck?
Turning the middle of the movie to a fucking musical. It was so goddamn
I'm like, oh, is this Bollywood?
It's so unnecessary. Oh my god, that's where it went from 100 to 82, whatever the fuck it was.
When I saw the preview and they kind of showed the parts, I legit thought it was a Bollywood like part. I was like, does Kamala do something? Like what? Oh no, it's not. What the fuck?
Just some cultural appropriation.
Dude.
I mean, it's basically what it looks like.
I don't know what the fuck was all these people in different species and they sing and dance, and I guess Brie Larson or Carol Danvers is an official Disney princess, so they've officially called her that because she has become a princess and Disney owns MCU. So technically, I'm like, this whole fucking that whole fucking series, that whole part sucked.
The whole part was horrible.
That
was definitely the low point in the movie for me. More than the villain.
Yeah,
that part was more of a low point.
The villain sucked.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But that was definitely a low point for me.
I keep wanting to see, what's his name? Is it Ronan? Who actually has that hammer?
The Accuser, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm waiting for him to pop out. Like we've seen like little splashes of him, and I'm like, I want him because he was a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Where's he hiding with all these idiots that are running around?
Did he die? Did he die during the first
Did he?
Guardians movie?
Fuck, probably.
After he had the dance off, and they all like held hands together to defeat him when they were holding on to the Power Stone.
Was that it? I don't know. I didn't like those movies. I didn't like any of those fucking things. I don't like the Guardians.
You don't like the Guardians movie?
No.
Get out. No, just kidding.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding.
That's another French comic book fucking nickel dump.
It was a dollar bin.
Yeah, that was that comic was in the dollar bin, and I read. I was like, this is fucking garbage. Get out of here. Give me fucking Wolverine. Give me Logan. Give me Patch. Give me that guy. That's who I want. Fuck this. Peter who? Quill?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, we're not done with him yet either.
Why?
He's gonna be in Secret Wars. They're all gonna come back for Secret Wars.
No,
Trust me, they're all gonna come back for Secret Wars. Tell me, they're all taking breaks. Batista, all these guys are done until Secret Wars, and they're gonna back up the Brinks trucks and bring as many back as they possibly can.
No, but at least Batista's doing other things though. He's not.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But like the Peter Quill stuff, where they left him in a spot where they can get him back and bring him back in when they need to for Secret Wars.
Here's the thing. With comic books, the story never ends.
Yeah, and nobody really dies.
But unfortunately, though, in the comic books, they also don't age. So if they don't finish with these fucking people and these characters...
we know we can de-age people, too, unless the actor physically dies.
Yeah, but if they keep...
Which then they can just rewrite around, but, they can de-age. Look at Nick Fury. They've de-aged that motherfucker a million times. He's been a fucking baby at this point, an old man.
If watching the Indiana Jones movie, that was fun because it came out fucking 20 years after the last one.
Yeah.
D.H. Harrison Ford. That was fun. People like us, we liked watching that. It was nostalgic, right? If they do that fucking 5 more times to just hit that IP,
I know.
Fuck you.
After the loss of the last one, that one lost a shit ton of money. I think they're done. I think they're done with that IP. They lost their fucking shirt on that movie.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah. I was just reading about something that was like their biggest loss.
No shit.
Yeah, it was a fucking huge loss on that movie.
But that's an Indiana Jones.
Yeah, they took a fucking bath on that one. Absolute bath on that one. So, yeah, they don't think they'll be hitting that IP again anytime soon. Other IPs, again, they're still talking about coming back at. There's still other things that are in the works again. There's probably going to be another Ghostbusters, but we'll see because this one hasn't done. Frozen Empire has not done fantastic.
Is it out?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it hasn't done fantastically well. It hasn't done as well, I think, as Afterlife. Has been like mixed reviews on it. Hasn't been as like.
Oh yeah. Well,
So it was a little bit. It was like almost too nostalgic, like too much fan service, and not really a great story, like a villain or plot.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't like when they do that. It's like I don't mind the fan service, but you have to put something else into it. I mean, if you're trying to continue the story, then continue the story. Put something,
It was too much of the family stuff. They said like there's too much of the family time stuff. With Egon's family and everything like that. So what it is what it is. But the other thing you and I haven't talked about offline, X-Men '97, last episode,
dude. What the? Dude.
Episode 5.
What the fuck?
What the fuck in the fuck?
What the? You killed Gambit!
He ain't dead. Magneto ain't dead.
I know. I think Gambit's dead.
They're not dead.
I think Gambit's dead.
Not dead.
I think he's dead.
Neither one are dead.
How is Gambit not dead?
Magneto and Gambit are not dead.
I don't think Magneto.
Mark my words.
I don't think Magneto's dead.
What did Cable say?
He tried to stop him.
Not again. And he blips back in. He's going through time to fucking stop this event. He keeps coming back to stop this event. And he came back and he wasn't able to do it. So he fucking backed it up.
Oh,
and he's going to come back again. He's going to save their ass.
So he's going to save him?
He's trying to get there to a point where he can save this from stop this from happening.
You know what I like?
So, will he be able to save both of them? Will Gambit stay dead? Will he be able to bring back Magneto? Who knows? Yeah. But I don't think they're both going to stay
so I'm
dead.
glad that they had this episode because the last one I wasn't too thrilled.
No, the last one sucked. The Mojo one?
Yeah, the Mojo one.
And what a
garbage.
Filler. There was a filler of an episode.
And the one before,
when you only have X amount, sorry for the pun, there's only, I forget how many they're doing on this one.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And hopefully we get another season of it. Like, please don't put fucking filler dumb episodes in that go nowhere.
Stupid.
And gave us nothing to really further. Because... Yeah. This series, unlike some other cartoon series, they're not one-offs.
Right.
It's kind of a continuational story.
Right.
Like the He-Man was, this time, not the original, but this sort of He-Man, it's one arc. So we don't really fucking need a filler episode that goes nowhere and doesn't further the story. The story needle needs to move a little bit every time.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Fucking make races down but a little bit of movement has to be happen every time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a fucking waste.
Yeah, no, that one's like I'll tell you what though. When I did,
over characters I don't give a shit about.
I've never cared about Jubilee.
Oh my god, it wasn't like you had a Wolverine side story where he goes off and does something that doesn't further the story. You know what I mean? Or Colossus comes in or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you fucking Jubilee and this new Choo-Choo comes in. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. What I do like though is when they reference.
Oh, he used his powers. Yeah.
I like that they reference old stories.
Yep.
So it's like, hey,
cool.
do you remember that we did this? We already did this before.
Yep.
So it was the one thing I didn't mind about.
They brought some shit in from the old show.
Right. So I didn't mind that.
That was cool.
When they finally go to Genosha and Kurt's there, Mr. Nightcrawler, he's like, he's like, well, I hope you don't have those monks with you. He's like, oh yeah. It's like, oh my god, that's right. So you remember those episodes. So I like that they do all that. Yeah. One of my favorite things about this last episode though is when Jean Grey's talking to Cable, and I've always fucking wondered about this. I'm like, how do they not tap into this? They've never once have ever leaned into this at all. But yet we all know that Cable is her kid.
Yeah.
We all know that Cable is Scott Summers' kid. That's their son. Yeah. It's never been touched until this very last episode, and she's like, your eyes. And I was like, oh fuck! She realizes who he is now. Yep. And I'm like, so I mean, you saw that.
So do you know he's gonna come back?
Well, we saw. Shit. Well, we saw that when she gave birth to their son, and then he had the apocalypse. Apocalypse gave him the disease, or Sinister rather, gave him the disease, and then Bishop's like, I'll take him with me. Like as soon as they did that, we're like, okay, because that's Cable, because we know it's Cable.
Yeah.
So I like that, and I'm glad that they're gonna finally fucking hit that story. Mm-hmm. Thank fucking God, because I've been waiting, and I'm like, we saw him in the early '90s. He kept popping up with the X-Men. I'm like,
when?
What the fuck?
20 years later.
Fuck, that's your
Almost
kid.
20 years later. It's all right. We got there.
Yeah, no, this last episode brought me kind of.
Yeah, it definitely brought me back. The last episode was, like I said, was not great. This one definitely brought me back.
I mean, I like the drawing of it too, like the artistry.
They're getting sued over the theme music. It's a ripoff, and a really good ripoff of like a I want to say it's either Indian or Middle Eastern or something like that. Like this fucking show, pop kind of almost like a superhero type show.
Really?
I heard it. It's fucking old. It's older than the original show. Yeah. It's really it's really fucking close. It's real. I'm like, yeah. Shit. I would sue them too.
Yes,
but it's
especially
like
now.
But it's not from this country, so I don't really know how that works.
No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Fucking copyright laws and
they're not always interchangeable across, like, you know, from different countries.
I don't know, because I know that.
But they might be able to sue them in other countries for it, but they wouldn't be able to sue them like in the United States if you're based in, let's say, India or whatever. Like, it doesn't usually work.
Yeah,
that way.
I don't know because I mean, you hear about. What was it?
So they might have to change.
Dr. Dre and Eminem, they were getting sued for one of their songs because I can't remember which one it is, but it's a piano beginning, and it's from a composer that was like in France or something like that, and they got sued over it. So I don't. Again, the whole
when
international.
When you get home,
that's wild.
Look it up.
Oh, that's some wild shit.
Came across it on a reel the other night. I was like, oh fuck, that is really close. Yeah, you can definitely hear it. Like they play the original, and then they play the actual the X-Men version.
Right.
I'm like, yep.
No shit.
As soon as you hear the original, you can definitely hear the X-Men theme.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to listen. To bring it back to the Marvels, what'd you think about the cats?
all the flirking.
All the flirkins.
All the flirkins.
So as fucked up as that scene was, that was
really fucked
fucked.
up, but it was
funny.
It was funny.
It was fun.
A lot of humor in the show I
yeah.
didn't expect, but that was funny. I gotta give him that one. I did like that. I'm like, oh, just let the cats eat them.
Yeah.
Just let the fucking cats eat them. You can all get off. It's all good. You don't have space? The cats do.
Cats do. And then people are like, oh, no. They just, I was like, oh, my God.
The cats run amok and eat everybody. You're fine.
And they were kittens, too. So they weren't even like grown-up cats. They were like little kittens. I was like, oh, my fucking God. Then they landed and they all spit them all out.
Yeah, they're all getting spit. You blip, blip, blip all over the place. It's
like
disgusting,
I said,
but it's funny as shit.
Funny as hell. And again, I think that was just the undertone of this movie.
Yeah,
it was
okay. That's all right.
And it was a fun movie.
That didn't bother me. I enjoyed that.
Nick Fury looks fucking old, man.
I know.
Like, Sam Jackson is not slender and sleek, and like, you could be old and still, like, they had him like in corduroys and a like old man shirt, and I'm like, dude, this looks like my uncle or something. Like,
but did they do that on purpose? Like,
I fucking don't know, because
like he's been through some shit at this point. Like, this is post his Secret Invasion, right? Like, this is like,
but still, like,
he's been through some. I think this is post Secret Invasion. Like, he's been through some shit at this point.
Yeah, but he just looks old. He just looks fucking old. You know? And it's like it almost looks like the guy he's just ready to fucking sign his papers and go, yeah, I'm all fucking set. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Like, can we finish with this character? I mean, he can say that he wants to play Nick Fury for the rest of that's fine.
And that's what he said,
right? Which is fine. But you gotta, I mean, he like legit looks like the old retired guy that.
I mean, luckily
has
at this point, the character doesn't have to do a whole lot. You know, he can just be behind the desk. He doesn't have to be out there.
Yeah, at least dress the part though. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
do the Nick Fury dress up. Yeah.
Just dress the part, and I think that's what. Part of my biggest thing, I'm like, this guy's got like a purple sweater. I'm like,
just like Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, I'm like,
and the white shoes.
Yeah, like, come on, dude.
So how much you like mine? I got you a pair. I want to get you something real nice.
Something real nice. I like that. That was the thing. Like at the end when like he's like walking around, I just kind of looked at him and went, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Nick Fury just looks old.
Yeah.
He looks like the old guy, retired. Come sit on Grandpa's lap. Let me tell you fucking war stories. Like that's the vibe I get.
But I mean, like he was with Carol Danvers. It was the 80s or whatever it was, like 90s to the blockbuster time. But that's what, like now it's 2024. Like it's beyond 2024 in their timeline.
I understand all that. I completely understand all that.
In their real timeline.
But then why keep him?
It's Sam L. It's Nick Fury. You know, you got to write that character off somehow. But he doesn't want to. He wants to keep doing as long as they do, and you need that glue.
Then play fucking dress up.
Nick Fury is that glue, right? That holds everything together.
Can't they bring Phil Coulson back?
They should.
I mean, they did, and
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
But didn't they kind of like disassociate that from the actual?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
at
stopped
this
watching
point with the
unfortunately.
multiverse, everything is part of it.
Yeah, and I think that they brought it back, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, according to them, the multiverse, everything is now canon.
Yeah, because it's just
a different Earth.
There you go. I could fucking go with that.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But that's all. There you go.
Yeah, that's that.
So let's do it. Let's see what we got over here. Let's try. Hold on 1 second. Where are you? Where'd you go? What the hell?
I need a push check on it.
I got you.
All right.
So let's start with the budget.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think?
Ooh, budget. I'm gonna go 224.
Not bad. 274.
Okay.
Actually, I did the exact numbers because I wanted to do this exact. 274, 800 million.
Okay.
And what do you think it brought in?
Ooh.
It's not the worst of all time.
No.
Because I looked that up too.
But I feel like they didn't make their money back.
No.
On this
I'll
one.
give you a hint. No.
So I'm going to say at best they're like 75.
199.
Okay.
It was 199, 706, 250.
Give them as much credit as they deserved. Okay.
So they're 300 shy of 200 million.
Okay.
So they took a $75 million bath in this one.
Write off.
Holy fuck.
That's a fucking write-off and a half.
Holy
Wish I had those kind of write-offs.
Fuck. No, right? And again, I don't understand it. Like, it made no money.
Well, it didn't at least make its money back. Yeah, it didn't have to, I mean, it had to be a home run. I get it, but
maybe it'll eventually make its money back. I mean, you need another 75 mil.
How?
I don't know, because fucking everybody's streaming, so maybe they'll.
So how does it make it money? I don't understand how that honestly works.
Yeah, I don't.
How the streaming budget, like how the streaming.
Yeah, I don't know if they get like every 10 cents on the dollar.
It's on other things. It's on other channels, but it's on Disney. So how exactly does that work?
I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. But speaking of budget, Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
The budget for that was 300 mil.
Yeah.
It brought in 381. So it actually made money.
It did make money.
It made money.
Oh,
It made money.
Last time I saw it, they took a bath in that fucking thing.
Maybe domestically it did.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's what it is. The domestic numbers is 174. International.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah. So the domestic was 174. Yeah. International was 206.
Okay.
Which gave it its total of 381.
Okay.
Worldwide.
Again, not a home run, but at least it got its money back, and plus some.
Yeah, but what was it? Was it 4 times? 3 times? 4 times?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So again, it's not a home run. It's not a box office hit. You know what I mean?
Hey, they got to pay their bills that week.
Exactly. They kept the lights on.
Kept the lights on for at least 1 more month. So.
Yeah. Good for them. Good for them. Good.
So, I mean, overall, what do you give this movie, though?
I'm probably at a 3. I'm at a 3 on this one. I wanted to like it more. At best a 3 1/4. I'm somewhere between a 3 1/4.
I'm going nowhere higher than a 3. So, but I'll probably just give it a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
didn't love it.
And that's
didn't
what it's
blow me away.
Yeah, maybe
it was fun. I'm glad I saw it. Again, if somebody said, "Hey, let's watch the Marvels," I haven't seen it. All right, I'll watch it. Again, I'm not putting it in rotation here. If it comes to watching Endgame, things like that, or I might need to go back and watch old stuff to know. I'm not going back to watch this one. I feel like I got it. I got it. I'm good. I got it.
I mean, I'm struggling to give it a 3 though. Like, I think 2.5 is too low because there was some good spots. 2.75, I'm like, maybe. I'm somewhere between 2.75 and a 3. Like this.
It's a tough one.
This was really tough because again, they were fun parts.
Yeah.
But as a part of a whole, I'm like, as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, on the whole, preparation feels great. But the point is, oh. It's been a while since you had an Austin Powers reference, hasn't it?
It
really has.
But, dude, I was just talking about Austin Powers today, too.
See?
One of the other guys, he was like, Larry, have you ever seen Austin Powers? I go, what? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because
we yes, of course I have.
Yeah. Because we were talking about SNL, and they were like, you don't like SNL? I was like, no, man, I don't.
I haven't liked SNL for decades.
For so long. They're like, well, what about, then that's
every once in a while there's a good skit that comes out. Once in a while you might see something.
I liked Michael Myers. I liked Dana Carvey. So those guys I liked. I like Adam Sandler's stuff.
Yeah.
but again, there wasn't too much about it that I really liked, but I liked the Michael Myers stuff, and I loved all the Austin Powers. So, I love gold.
I love gold. Yeah.
Pop in the clip?
Bang in the blintz. So.
No, there's no pleasing you.
There is no pleasing you.
You know, the much of the Faja. Hello, Faja, can you hear me?
It was good. It was. All three of them.
And Michael Myers is fucking quick, man. He's fucking quick, brother.
He is good. He's no Robin Williams, but he's quick.
No, not at all. But I enjoy Michael Myers. Yeah. So I married an axe murderer. Fucking. What?
Apparently nobody else enjoys him anymore, but that's fine.
That's sad.
It is what it is.
It's great because he did the fucking Cat in the Hat, and that just shit the bed for him, I think.
Yeah. The Guru thing didn't really help.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see the Guru.
That didn't help either. That didn't do. And apparently he's kind of tough to work with on set.
Oh, great.
Fucking
Canadians.
Kind of a diva.
Fucking
kind of a pain in the ass on set, yeah. From what I understand, from what I've read, he is. So what are you looking forward to? Anything else besides completing X-Men 97, Wolverine, Deadpool we know?
Yeah, it just...
Acolyte, are you looking forward to Acolyte?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I
liked the preview. Whatever they screwed up with, it looked really good. Carrie Ann Moss's character looked good.
So what I'm liking about the Star Wars stuff, and which I hope they're leaning towards, is the Old Republic, the High Republic, the older stuff. I'm tired of the Skywalker saga. Like we've seen it, we know it, we got it. As much as you guys really fucked it up,
not done with it, but
right. But as much as you guys have fucked it up over there, like I get it. I really, I've read the other books. I've heard, either read or listened to the other books. I want some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Give me other characters. Like there was a whole fucking legion of Jedi that were amazing. Right. The Sith were out and about. Like everybody knew who the fucking Sith were. Yeah. There was big battles. I want to see shit like that. I want to see the I want to see the Sith pre-Bane because he's the one who created the rule of two, right? So I want to see these different sides of it. They've created this. George Lucas created this universe with three movies, and then everybody went on their own and created this expanded universe. Yeah. So they created all these
centuries worth of
all these
content,
stories, and so it's like, oh my god, give me more of that on screen. I don't want to see the George Lucas stuff. Right. I'm sorry, I don't.
Good, we got it.
But
we're gonna get more. We know we're gonna get another Rey movie. We know we're gonna get more of that. I'm hoping I'm hoping the Mandalorian Grogu movie is halfway decent.
Wait, they're doing a Mandalorian Grogu movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a movie. There's a movie coming up.
What the fuck?
What's his name? Dave Filoni's going to direct it.
Oh, great.
Right. I think he's going to write it too.
Probably. I mean, it's all his shit anyway.
Got Book of
Boba Fett, I heard, right?
I think there's another Book of Boba Fett for no good reason. Yeah. Huh? The pre stuff I'm really looking forward to.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Republic stuff.
Even with the Rey stuff, like if they fix stuff, I'm okay with, because this last trilogy that we got, it was all fucking forced.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, right. It didn't feel natural. Like it felt like they had a bunch of ideas and they just threw it at the wall and they're like, fuck, they all stuck. Well, I guess we got to put them all in the movie.
Yeah. We all liked everything.
It's like, all of a sudden Finn had, maybe they teased that Finn was a Jedi, maybe, he had Jedi powers, but.
And Daisy Ridley has said she would love to see him come back as a Jedi.
Yeah, or something.
Or as Force wielder, and maybe she can teach him or whatever, you know what I mean? Something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, fucking just create a better story. Yeah. Like that last trilogy, the story sucked.
Yeah, I didn't mind the first
one.
That's
for you, Bruno.
I didn't mind the first one. You know what I mean?
But was that Force Awakens?
Yeah, I didn't mind that one. That one out of the three was the best one.
But why didn't you? Well,
even though it was just a rehash of A New Hope, I get that. Right. It was just A New Hope with a female. I get it.
That was gonna be my question: did we like it? Because I'm right there with you. But did we like it because it tugged on our heartstrings of things that we already knew? We're like, oh, I remember this feeling.
I think out of the three, again, I liked it because it was the best out of the three.
Right.
It wasn't a fantastic movie.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't A New Hope, but it was definitely the best out of the three. If you had to rate them in order, to me, Last Jedi was the worst. So I'm going to go, the first one, the third one, and then the middle one. That's just me. Yeah. I found the most ridiculous concepts in that Last Jedi one.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I mean?
It all kind of drafts together anyway.
Really just screw the pooch on that one. Yeah. But again, they're not. To me, it makes the prequels look good. They make the prequels look good.
You know what though?
Like better than they were. They weren't bad, but they weren't the original trilogy. They got more shit than they should have.
They got a lot of shit.
It was mostly the Jar Jar effect, but you know, there was definitely some holes. There's definitely some issues with the original, with the prequels that could have been tightened up, but the sequels made them look so much better.
Yeah. I want to see. I want to see Darth Maul come back.
Yeah,
you know,
but I want the other stuff. I want like Darth Raven. I want Nihilus. I want like all of those guys to come back in and see this is some badass. Like
some awesome fucking Sith. See, I've been jonesing for a Sith. Like enough of the fucking good guy, fucking hope and what. Like, give me some Sith. Give me some Sith that fucking are just badass.
There's some like alternate like even Darth Vader shit that's been pretty cool out there. That you see, like people like been creating almost like fan fiction almost.
Yeah.
Like there's that like race that like can basically make technology that makes you like healthy, like can increase like just like basically can heal a body. So like he like secretly works with them to like increase his body, make himself better, and like his body kind of melds with the technology. So he's secretly making himself better to where his suit can even withstand Sidious's force lightning. So he's basically working to overthrow Sidious. Yeah, it's really fucking cool.
Oh wow, that's
it's a great concept. Yeah, it's really fucking cool.
That is a pretty cool concept.
Yeah,
but yeah, like give me some of the, give me some of the,
like the what if of Star Wars.
Yeah, right. Like give me some of the Darth Vader stuff, like in between.
Yeah.
Like, give me some of that because he was a badass dude. Like he had a lot of fucking hate, man. You know, so like, give me some of the Darth Vader stuff. Give me. If
you got to give me more Skywalker stuff,
right? Yeah, exactly. But give me more Inquisitors. Like they fucking didn't. They did them such an injustice, and I'm so mad about that because the Inquisitors are
almost
fucking
an afterthought.
Fuck.
It was almost an afterthought.
Like fuck, man, they was so cool. I wish they fucking did something real with them.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I'm kind of interested. I want to see more Star Wars stuff because I think just because we've been flooded with all the Marvel stuff, and you know, and I feel like that's a reason. Like I'm kind of done with Marvel until the killing of the Fox universe, which is something I can't wait for. I want to see where this goes. I want to see X-Men because again, I just love them. But I mean, that's
Superman Legacy. I'm just doing that to piss you off.
I know.
Not only is that pissing you off, it's pissing me off. Here's where I'm starting to lose. I'm not gonna say faith because I'm saying I had faith in it, but I
changed the symbol.
No, yes and no. I mean, it's the Kingdom Come symbol with different. It's the Superman colors with the Kingdom Come S.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's the same S he uses in the Kingdom Come comic books.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, to me, it's like the problem I have with that is it's like an OG Superman, right, from All Star and one of the other, I forget what the other fucking book series it came from, where this is coming from. Okay. But yeah, you're using the symbol from Kingdom Come, which is a future.
Oh.
And Batman has to like wear like a tech armor suit because he's old and he can't. Superman has like the gray temples.
Oh.
So if you had watched like the DC series when they did the Crisis series.
Oh yeah, when she goes to see Batman, but Ken Conroy was all fucking
suit. He had the Brandon Routh, who played the Atom, but then you see him in the Superman, the Brandon Routh Superman. He also plays. He's in the Kingdom Come outfit with the black and red S.
Okay,
that's what it's from. So anyway, there's that. So that's where that symbol comes from.
Okay,
here's my issue.
Thank you for explaining it to someone who doesn't know.
You got it. Here's my problem. Rachel Brosnahan, who was Mad Midge, whatever, from that Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Never saw it. Gotcha.
Great series.
I know that you liked it.
For some fucking reason, my wife and I still have not watched the final season. I don't know why. We will get to it. It is, but we've seen Big Bang Theory a fucking zillion times.
Yeah, but you know that so much. Oh, I got you. So you've seen it so many times. You can literally go to sleep to it and put it in the background. So that's why.
Yeah. So we haven't had a chance to like sit up and just say, okay, we're gonna watch an episode and stay awake from it. Yeah, anyway, she's tapped. She was tapped and hired to play Lois Lane, and now she quit. She removed herself from the project.
Really?
Creative differences, whatever. I'm like, oh shit, they've already lost their Lois Lane. How the fuck? What are you doing, James Gunn? What the fuck are you doing over there? You've already started production and you fucking already lost your Lois Lane. Who I thought, and I like her, and like visually, I can easily see her being that Superman Legacy version, almost the George Reeve version of Lois Lane.
Okay.
Maybe because she was in Marvelous Miss Maisel and that was the same time period. And you can see her in those clothes or whatever. But in that same attitude, but it's like strong, like the woman who was, who plays Lois then, off the fucking movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Not only says creative differences, but I'm like, fucking, you're doing a great job over there. You've already lost your Lois Lane. What the fuck are you doing?
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that does not bode well. It does not make me confident that this is going to be
James
good.
Gunn. So as much as I don't like him, well, I want to kind of see him fail anyway.
It does not make me at all confident about this movie.
No.
I don't need to see another suck Superman movie.
Don't worry, it's coming.
I mean, then the guy who's playing Superman, like, I've seen shit, he actually looks good. Like, he could be a good Superman.
No. Well, you're going to get James Gunn's version.
You got somebody who's good for the role, could be a really impressive Superman in another fucked up Superman movie. How hard is it? Why have you not been able to produce a good Superman movie since 1977? What the fuck? Really? In all these decades, we haven't been able to produce another one? A good one? That was it.
But why?
We tapped out. 2 good Christopher Reeve. Third one, fourth one sucked. Fourth one was trash. Third one was eh. First 2 great. Then they just started shit after that. Since then, we've tapped out.
Yeah,
I mean, the last ones have made the Brandon Routh one look pretty good, even though he was creepy stalker Superman.
I mean, do we say that? Actually, I have.
It's kind of the Phantom Menace effect. These ones suck so bad, the prequels look good.
You know
what I mean? These new Superman movies have sucked so bad, the Brandon Routh one, what everybody hated, started to look good.
Do they suck because everybody wants to compare him to Christopher?
No, they sucked like the Man of Steel and the Batman v Superman sucked because they sucked. Because Zack Snyder sucks. He's horrible. He is a horrible director. I'll put it out there. He is horrible.
Horrible.
He's a bad director. He's great at making things look visually cool if it's set in the right type of movie. Watchmen totally calls for his type of visionary work.
Yeah.
300 totally calls for his type of visionary work.
Yeah.
Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, the lighter side of DC absolutely does not call for his type of look and feel that he does. Like Tim Burton, you fucking look. You don't need any sound. Shit. You can say that's a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
You can tell a Tim Burton movie from any other fucking movie, any director's movie. Do you know what I mean? It's so easy. Same thing with him. Oh, that's easily a Zack Snyder movie.
So trying to put that twist on those comic books.
You get an emo Superman. When is fucking Superman emo? Just walking around miserably with the beard. Oh, life sucks. I'm gonna throw poles through trucks. You know what I mean? Like it just.
I don't think I saw that.
That was Man of Steel. Never seen Man of Steel. Like it's a great revenge section, but it's not really Superman. Oh. When he's serving beer at like a tavern because he's sort of heading up north to find the ship that came from Krypton. Where he's getting, you know what I mean? He's finding his home almost. And he's in the tavern. Some jackass is hitting on the waitress. Truck drivers, it's like a truck stop. And the guy like fucking pours beer on him and shit. And he looks like he's gonna pop him, but like the lady, it's not worth it. He's like, okay. And he walks out. Like later on that night, the guy finally finishes drinking, leaves drunk, and he looks over. His whole semi has got like 14 fucking poles, like the trees, the loggers.
Yeah.
Got 14 loggers literally going through the fucking truck in all different directions.
Oh.
He just took those logs and stuffed them through the fucking every angle of the truck.
Oh, that's good.
It's great, but Superman would never do that for like a revenge. He's not big on revenge. You know what I mean? So that's really not his Kansas upbringing.
The last Superman movie I saw was the fuck
Justice League.
Kevin Spacey was Lex Luthor.
That's the Brandon Routh one. He was creepy stalker Superman. Yeah.
Creepy stalker.
He's hovering outside Lois's house, watching her kid and her husband as they're like doing their happy homemaker shit, and he's just peering through their window.
Oh yeah.
Like that should be my family, aren't they? Nice in there.
That's
delightful, dude.
Yeah, but then
fly away. That's fucking creepy.
Yeah, but then we find out at the end of the movie that
it's
is
really
his kid.
Yeah, but he don't know that
because he's holding the piano or some shit.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
throws the piano at the bad guy. He like hurls at him. Like, yeah, but you don't fucking know that. All you do is hovering outside the window, looking in, you peeping Tom.
Yeah, that's the last one I saw.
Yeah. That was okay, but it was essentially Superman 1.
But that's what I thought it was. I thought that I wasn't. I feel like that was.
It was like a rehash because it was supposed to be a continuation of the Christopher Reeve series.
Oh, so
same music. It was him. He had gone away, so they thought they had seen Krypton was still around.
Yeah.
But it was really just Lex had sort of like made that happen to make him go away, and he comes back like however many years later because he had to travel to go find it. He comes back and it really was gone. So it was like a world without Superman. And she writes the story like, do we really need Superman type of thing?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, I saw that like
so she
once.
splits up. She marries Marsden, who's basically the original Cyclops from the X-Men movies.
Yep.
They have the kid, but obviously she got pregnant before he left.
Yeah.
And it's just weird. It's just weird. And then, of course, Lex is doing a real estate scheme. That's all he was doing. He had the kryptonite and the crystal, and he shoots it off the boat to create land. Because, that's one more thing. That's one thing they're not making any more of is land. So he's creating Krypton, but it's infused with kryptonite, so Superman can't land on it. He's creating land to rule, which is going to engulf most of the United States.
Oh.
He's creating his own land. It's a real estate scheme. Just like the original Superman.
Yeah.
So it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, well,
he's still in the real estate business.
Yeah.
He still hasn't found Otisburg.
But I feel that...
Otisburg. Miss Testmarker has her own place. It's a little bitty place. Otisburg.
I remember at that time that they were doing a lot of like rehash it. Not that they're not. I mean, they're doing the fucking same thing now. But I think like at that time because there was like I feel like there was a couple of movies that they were coming out with, and I was like, didn't they? Are we just gonna rehash the same shit? So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's that.
There is that. All right. There we go. The Marvels.
We
gave it our rating.
That wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
275, 3.
3 and somewhere between 3 and a quarter. Somewhere in there.
Something like that. Wasn't bad.
Mila Bruder, what did you think? Good talk. So, all right. So, we'll see you guys again soon. Hopefully, I know the next up on our play, we wanted to talk about
Invincible.
Thank you, Invincible. Fuck, hey. I want to talk about Invincible. So, hopefully, that's coming up soon. We're going to try to get some more episodes recorded. It's just been really tough. Again, we apologize on the lack of continuation every week. Normally we're every Tuesday on the dot, but it's been rough. But we'll get this one up, and hopefully we'll get another one up for next week and get back on a more normal schedule, if you will.
If you will.
That would be nice. Yeah, but you're gone for a bit.
Yeah, I'm gone. I've got some things happening, so
some
whatever
things.
you do, I'll
some things.
Got some things. I got to go some running.
Get some running. People are chasing you. You got to run.
Then I got to go see a man about a horse.
Then you see. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, then on that note.
I'll be at the Kentucky River too.
Fantastic. We are Entertainment Rants at entertainmentrants.com. Please check us out online. Let us know what you thought of the episode. Let us know what you thought of the Marvels. Leave us a line on Apple Podcasts. Write us a review. We'd really appreciate it. Smash the like buttons on all of our social media. Over there at the Instagram, the X, formerly known as Twitter. Why we changed that, we still don't know. Facebook, all those things. Check out our YouTube channel as well, where we post all of the audio versions of our episodes as well. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we're brought to you by the Subculture Podcast Network. Check out all the great shows that we have there at bio.link/Subculture Pod Network. Until Larry, what are we going to do?
Let's rant.
Let's rant.